So Mitch McConnell's in a tight race in Kentucky. He's, of course, the leader of the Republicans in the Senate. He's running against Grimes, who's done surprisingly well, although it's not that surprising because Mitch McConnell is such an obvious, gross politician that even the Republicans in Kentucky are uncomfortable with him. And so you get a sense from him he is Washington through and through, as you're about to find out in this story as well. And so he's down in Kentucky, and he wants to rally the troops. So who shows up as his troops? K Street, of course. Those are the lobbyists in Washington. He's their go-to boy. I mean, if ever there was a politician in their back pocket, it's Mitch McConnell. So here's the beginning of an article in Politico. When Mitch McConnell rallied a crowd of supporters here, which is in Lexington, Kentucky, a few days before the election, familiar faces greeted him, and not just Kentuckians. Washington lobbyists, many of them former McConnell aides, were packed in among members of his current Hill staff and local volunteers at a Best Western meeting room Saturday morning to hear, quote, the boss, as many still call him, whether they still work for him or not. So who's your cavalry? Of course, lobbyists. And you got the revolving door. They used to work for McConnell. Now they work as lobbyists. Later they'll work for McConnell again. And around it goes, and they all make a ton of money, and we get hosed, right? So McConnell gave him a speech saying, hey, we've done everything we can. We bought all the ads, the TV ads, the radio ads. It's true. They have swamped the market. A lot of these Republicans late in elections have huge money advantages, and they're pouring them in and monopolizing the market. That's what money in politics buys you. That's why those lobbyists are so important. They bring the donor money with them. They buy all those things. One of the things is they started sending flyers. Now get a load of these flyers. They tell people that are more likely to vote Democratic, quote, election violation notice. You say, oh my God, what the hell's going on? Am I going to be in trouble? Did I do something wrong? They say, quote, you are at risk of acting on fraudulent information. And then they go on to explain in the mailer that money in politics bought for them. Dear citizen, this document serves as a notification to you as a resident of Kentucky and a registered voter in the aforementioned Commonwealth of fraudulent information that is being deliberately spread to voters in your area. So it does two things. It says Grimes is sending misinformation and TARs are with that based on absolutely nothing, right? And the second thing it does, send to Democratic voters, is be careful if you go out and vote. You know, you might be in violation. Violation of what? I don't know, but I put it in a flyer just to scare you so you don't go and vote. Okay, classy guys, these Washington types, right? So now we go back to who was at the rally and who's going to help them get out that vote, because they've done all these things. They've already spent all the money. Now they need to get out the vote, so they bring in the ground troops. Politico explains, it's become a veritable ritual when leaders of either party find themselves in tight races. Friends on the Hill and K Street parachute into a state with which they may have no other connection to help get voters to the polls. Now, this is bipartisan. It's true when Senator Harry Reid was in trouble in Vegas, in Nevada overall, a bunch of K Street people, lobbyists came in to help him. Tom Daschle likewise. Those guys were Democrats. They were in leadership. Now, why does K Street and the lobbyists care so much about leadership? It's because they've literally invested so much money in them. They've been buying them their whole careers. So that would be an investment that went sour, and all that money would be wasted if he's kicked out of office. Not only would he not be in leadership, he wouldn't be in office at all. We can't have that kind of wasted money. So you got to pour even more resources to make sure that he stays in that position to continue to give you favors. Now, the Democrats certainly do their fair share of that, but McConnell's the king of that. McConnell's the guy who literally sued to get more money into politics so he can take more donor money and do more things for them. But my favorite part of the article was at the end, when they mentioned how they literally even change their dress when they go from Washington to Kentucky. Look at this. Gone are the suits and ties and pearls. Those mainstays of the inside the Beltway Republican wardrobe have been replaced by Team Mitch t-shirts, jeans, sneakers, and fleece jackets as they prep for a day of door knocking and attending chilly McConnell campaign events. It's like their own Halloween. They get dressed up as regular folks. They put away their suits and their pearls. Let's pretend we're among the rabble. We got to go knock on their doors and make sure they vote for us so that we can continue to get all of our corporate tax breaks and all the things that we bought with Mitch McConnell. Let's put on a fleece jacket. Oh, I do declare, what fun times. This is the grotesque state of politics in America today, where these guys literally by the politicians, and if they haven't bought enough in terms of mailers, radio ads, TV ads, online ads, they send in their cavalry, they change their outfits, put on a populist mask, literally, wear t-shirts and jeans, and go door to door pretending to be one of you.